Hey, how y'all doing out there today? Listen, all any of us has to do is look outside our window and we see this police state that we live in. And there's been a few times that I've talked to the police officers out here, and I hope that my message got out to just a few of them. And I know it got out to one that actually changed the way he worked, and I appreciate that. And that showed how communication with our brothers can work. So if I can get through to one police officer, I think y'all can too, the regular, we the people, average American. But I got a message for our police officers since we're at this point in time where you are pitted against us and we are pitted against you. And I don't think it's either one of our fault. So before I say fuck the police or FTP or I hate you guys or you work for the New World Order or quit, you're living in a military police state and you're hurting us, I want to just say something. What do you think would ever happen to you? This is a message to the police officers. Because you've been allowed to go into your mind state and treat us the way you do. And we're in our mind state and we see you and perceive you the way, and many of us fear you. And in a way that was made, that we were trained to do, whether we like it or not. So we're at this point, we're face to face. You got the guns and you got the MRAPs and you got the tear gas and we got the masses, and we are the people, by the way, that you're supposed to work for. We're at this pivotal point and the grid goes out. The shit hits the fan, officer. We all know something's going to happen. I know you guys and gals are all worried about the streets and crime and all that kind of stuff, and maybe don't pay attention to our universe, don't pay attention to our sun, don't pay attention to our weakening magnetosphere. Maybe you don't pay attention to all the extra earthquakes or the coronal mass ejections or the solar flares. Fine. I don't care about that part. You know something's going to happen. But let's just do the little what if things, because you police officers live in a what if world. Like, what if he's going to shoot me? What if because he's got long hair, he's a homegrown terrorist? What if because he's black, I need to go ahead and shoot him before he shoots me, whether he's got a gun or not? I say, I know how your mind works, and you think you know how our mind works. But I just want to ask you just one question, Mr. Officer, Mrs. Officer. If the shit hit the fan and the power grid went out and it was chaos and anarchy, do you really believe that your New World Order masters, like Donald Trump, that's told you to beat us harder and throw us in the car, do you think they're going to take you in? Huh? You think they're going to take you into their bunkers? You think they're going to take you over there to Tanzania, Africa, or New Zealand? You think they're going to take you up in a space shuttle? You think they're going to take you to their hiding place, Mr. Police Officer? No, they're not. Because, see, you ain't nothing but their security dog. You ain't nothing but their pit bull. You ain't nothing but their slave. And you're their first slave, by the way, because you're the slave that beats and murders the other slaves for them. So you're their first slave, but you'll always be the last man to come inside that wall, to come inside that bunker, to be protected by your New World Order masters, because they're always going to have somebody better than you, police officer, on the street. They're always going to have somebody better than you, Mr. Chief of Police, that thinks you're somebody, because they got their own private security force like Blackwater. They got real assassins. They got you chumps out here that fit. And I say chumps because I'm going to say it like this. Have you ever noticed what your police test, your entry-level police test turned into? It turned into a form to keep smart decision-making people out of the police department. Your police officers ever stop to think about that? So if you've been hired in about the last 16 to maybe 18 years, you've been hired because you fit a sociopathic slave mentality. You will beat and kill the other slaves because you get to wear a badge and you get to have some prestige and you get to have some respect that's automatically given to you that you don't have to earn. You only get it because you got a badge and a gun and a uniform. But do you really think, Mr. or Miss Police Officer out there, when you pull somebody over and you treat them like shit because you're having a bad day, or you shoot one of my brothers in the street just because of his skin color, or you come up at me because you think I'm a homegrown terrorist, and your New World Order masters are all bunkered down, and you come up on me, and you want something from me after you done treated one of my brothers and sisters like shit at just a regular car stop, you think you're gonna get some mercy when the shit hits the fan? Don't we all think about preparing for when the shit hits the fan? Well, one of the things that I, a regular lawbreaker human type being, I'm not a criminal, but I am a lawbreaker because I don't believe in your paper laws, but they ain't crimes because there ain't no crime unless there's a victim. And I don't have any victims in any of the things that I do because I just break paper laws. I basically take up a piece of paper and throw it at you. That's all I ever done to you. And you know those laws, you don't want to enforce them. You know that they're not for the people. You know that they're corporate laws. But did you ever stop and think that me or any of these other people out here that you treat like shit, when things go bad, how we're going to treat you? Because you're going to be the last one into their bunker, but you're going to be the first one facing us when we're coming after them. Because there's going to be time to eat the rich then. You're going to be protecting them then. You're going to be protecting your corporate masters then. You're going to be protecting corporate law then. Huh? When it's all going down, you really want to put yourself 1 million, there's basically 1 million police officers in the United States of America. And there's 330 million Americans. So that's and let's just leave it to 200 million Americans adult that can take care of themselves that you need to worry about. 200 million to 1 million. That's 200 to 1 odds, son. That's 200 to 1. You don't want to face something like that. You don't want to be on the side of the little bitty 1% as they get in their parachute and they escape. As they escape the chaos that may come, that more than likely is going to come. Because if you ain't noticed, while you're out there enforcing corporate law, places like Flint, Michigan, when people keep burying their children or they keep burying their sons and daughters that you're shooting in the street because of corporate law, because of what your corporate masters, like your big dick daddy fucking war daddy goddamn Donald Trump told you to beat us and throw us in the car. See, I'm not going to forget that day. I'm not going to forget all the videos and all the tears that I've seen shed over young men being shot in the street, being completely unarmed for no reason, not even young men. Fathers and uncles, granddads being just shot. The way y'all just shoot, you do what you want to do. You even shoot people that just come over here to marry somebody, like you shot that Australian woman. You shoot the people that call you. You throw hand grenades in on little babies. Man, you fucking got stupid. And now, when it's going to get bad, what you going to do? Because, see, you spend so much time trying to learn about the criminal that you've turned every single citizen, every single American citizen into a criminal, you dumb son of a bitch. And I'm going to say dumb son of a bitch because I don't got no respect for you no more. Even the good ones. You say, oh, Bill, there's always a good cop in there. You know what? I'm tired of hearing that lie because that's a lie. Because why would anybody in 2018 or at least since September 11th, since 2001, when they tightened their fist in America and fascism took over and the police state really reached full swing and they built it up in the 90s and here we are. They gave them military weapons and look what's happened since then. You expect us to trust you in any kind of way. You expect us to give you any respect. No, you demand respect through fear, and we do not fear. We do not live in fear. Get that, officer? We're human beings. Fear keeps us from thinking straight. Fear keeps us from doing the right thing. Fear keeps us from living our lives. So we will not fear you, Mr. Police Officer. We don't fear the upcoming events coming up in our future. We don't fear the fact that our population has been told it's going to be 54 million to 99 million by 2025. Do you think you're going to be the 54 million that gets saved, Mr. Police Officer? Do you really think the New World Order cares about you? But you know, I keep bringing that up. Like your master, your employer, we know that the police department's corrupt. We know that the military's corrupt. We know the Department of Homeland Security is corrupt. We know the CIA, the FBI. We know all these three-letter agencies are all corrupt, right? Especially you police. Well, here's the thing. You can't keep joining it and then want me to respect you. So if you already know it's a corrupt organization, if you already know it's an organization you cannot change, that once you cross the blue line, you cannot cross back over the blue line ever again. All right, it's do or die when you go on their side of the fence. Then why are you joining? The only way to get rid of these organizations is for you sons of bitches to quit being stupid like they want from the criteria they have, the testing that they do to get you. They want some stupid, obedient slaves that will kill other slaves. And quit joining this organization. You really want to defend somebody, go out and stand on the street and do it. And I bet people in the neighborhood would actually pay you to do that. because that's what we're doing now. We pay you our tax money to take care of us, but somehow this got twisted, and around the 80s or 90s, you turned into a police state. And now you beat the other slaves. Now you kill the other slaves. Now you murder the other slaves. Now the other slaves are looking at you. You are the Uncle Tom of America. Huh? You don't like me using that word, huh? You don't like me saying Uncle Tom? Well, you police are the Uncle Tom to mankind in America. You are the Uncle Tom to the citizen of the United States of America. A man just wants to smoke a goddamn joint, and you beat him and you throw him in jail. A man gets rid of a pack of cigarettes on the street to another man, and you choke him out and you kill him. A man just runs away, and you shoot him in the back, and it's okay. Fuck you. That's what you became. So I had a video a couple years ago that asked you why you looked at me, why you looked at my whole record. You didn't look at my convictions. You look at my charges. You look at a person's charges. Well, we're looking at your charges because you don't get convicted of a motherfucking thing, do you, police? You don't never get convicted of doing no wrong, do you, police? No, you don't. So we're gonna look at your charges. You have been charged with murder of your own people. You have been charged for working for the man, for taking immoral orders and doing them because you want to, not because they told you to, not because police chief badass told you to go kill everybody, lawman. You wanted to. There's a part of you that they hired you. And look at that goddamn testing. Look at the psychological testing they do for police officers over the last, like I said, just go back about 18 years. And it is completely for hiring sociopathic killers that will kill the other slaves without a question, and even like it. You like it. Some of you like it. You like controlling people. This is what you show us. This is what you show us before you say it. I'm accusing you, or before you police lovers out there jump in and say, "Oh, Bill, there's my brother-in-law's best friend's a good police. He smokes pot with us." Let me tell you, get in the fucking police car and smoke pot with him. Get in the police car and drink a beer with him. Invite him and his buddy over while you're having a barbecue. Huh? Get him around his blue buddies. When he's separated from his blue buddies, I'm pretty sure. But when he's with them, they brainwash these people, y'all. They brainwash you police officers. And I'm tired of the lie. And I'm tired of watching my brothers get killed. I'm tired of watching my sister's babies get murdered. I'm tired of watching funerals for nothing. I'm just going to remind you. Because I'm a realist. I know what the fuck's coming. I look at the atmosphere. I look at the soil. I look at I live in the woods, brother, sister. I see the leaves burning. I see the ground burning. And I see our country falling apart right in front of you. And you're the front line, but you're the last one in their door, but you're the first one in ours. Remember that, motherfucker. You're the last one in their door, and you're the first one in ours. So where are you going to be when the shit hits the fan? Nobody's going to want you. You get it now, but you got a chance right now. Here's the thing. I ain't the kind of brother that's just going to cuss you and throw a bunch of stuff out there. Now, that's the truth about what you did. That's the truth about the way you police made yourself look, shining your M-wraps and putting on your military uniforms. With your M16s and your automatic weapons. That's you. You did that, not us. Now, you want to change it? You fire the police. You, police officer, you fire them, and you start going into private security for people if you want to stay in security. Other than that, if you join the police department to protect and serve your fellow man, you can do it in your neighborhood. And like I said, if police officers banded against the criminal police organization of America and started their own, wow, you talk about some power. So if there are any really good cops out there, go be good fucking cops. Quit and still do your job. Quit under immoral orders. Even a soldier in the military don't have to take an immoral order. And shooting a man in the back is immoral. Throwing a stun grenade in a damn house with a baby is immoral. Killing somebody's dog is immoral. Learn, and that's another thing too. Drink a little bit of concrete and harden up there, police. You turned into a bunch of candy asses. What's wrong? You can't take a dog bite. You can't take somebody slapping you no more. Then why'd you take the job? You got to kill everything in front of you because it might hurt you. Then why did you take the job? Pussy. Huh? I'll call it like that. Maybe you'll beat my ass the next time you see me. Fine. Because you're going to get a fight when you get me. I will say thank you for one thing. Thank you for not shooting me. You had plenty of chances because I am the hard ass that comes after you. And that's the other thing. That's why I always give you a break. Because I know there are jackasses like me, and we're going to come at you because you come after us. We don't want to be touched. Some people don't want to be touched. Guess what? You can't put your fucking hands on me. Whether you beat me or not, or you kill me or not, you're going to bleed a little bit. But since you took that job, and I understand that because there's people like me, but you can't do it to everybody. And just because somebody's running away don't mean you can't catch them later. That goes in a car chase. That goes in chasing them down on the street when you got a gun and they don't. And you can't shoot everybody. But the shit's coming. You might want to think about that. Because the brother that you're putting handcuffs on today may be the brother that you're trying to get a can of beans from 5 years from now. Or maybe the brother that has the goddamn weapons and you don't. Because your new world order master left you outside of the wall. Left you outside of the bunker. Left you outside because you're nothing. You're nothing. You're an asset. That's all you are. You're not blood. You're not a heartbeat. You're not a brain. You're an asset. You might as well be a fucking robot with a gun that takes instructions. You're like artificial unintelligence. That's what you are. You're artificial unintelligence because you ain't fucking human no more. But here's your way out. Turn your back on the blue lie and turn back to your brother. Look us in the eye and say that you're sorry. That's right. You heard it from a poor white motherfucker. You heard it. You heard it from a poor white lawbreaker. Tell me you're sorry for living that lie. Tell me you're sorry for taking up for corporate law. Tell me you're sorry for the behavior of the people that you work for and the leadership that is racist and murdering. Bunch of rapists too and thieves. They're worse than the criminals. They're worse than the monsters they fight. You tell me you're sorry for being worse than the monster you fought, and we can start again. Until then, kiss my rebel ass and fuck the police, you murdering, lying, thieving, raping motherfuckers, because that's what you showed us. So go shine up your military gun and your military boots and shine up your MRAP and get in the street, because that MRAP's going to run out of gas one day. That gun's going to run out of bullets. There ain't but 1 million of y'all and 300 million of us, and 200 million of us can do something about it. Ever stop and think about that? Did you ever stop and think about the odds and the way you were fooled, police? Because you was fooled. You was fooled bigger than shit, and you know it. I'm going to tell you like I tell my we the people brothers and sisters, the citizen and human beings that you call slime and the crooks and the scumbags of the United States. We the people. Tell you right now, don't live in fear, officer, because we don't. Bet that. Get right or fuck off.